I saw billions of possible futures, billions of deaths. We can't stop what's coming.
My name is Dr. Ramsey Rosa. And for the last decade, I've spent my life dedicated to a single cause, helping others fight the diseases that plague humanity. But not anymore. And it's all because of them. You see, there are many cancers in this world, and they all wear different faces. Some are doctors, like me. Some of them seek out the truth, regardless of the consequences. Others mock the very science they worship.
We just ran out of time.
But the most dangerous ones are those who call themselves heroes. They claim to fight for the things that matter in life. Truth, family, law, order. And most of all, for life itself.
Hang on! I got you! What the hell? Why is it every time I come to visit, there's always a crisis?
But it's all a lie. Because in the end, there's only one battle. One thing to fight against. An eternal enemy who must be eliminated forever. And that's death itself.
Are we under attack?
The scientifically impossible probably will happen.
I don't need to understand them. Just tell me what I can do.
No one has to die. Ever. Again.
The Flash, October 8th. Stream free next day only on the CW app.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Charlie. We got a brand new Flash Season 6 Episode 1 footage to break down. It's obviously all about Crisis on Infinite Earths. We'll break all the Easter eggs down. If you're brand new to my channel or you're coming back because of Crisis this year, be sure to subscribe to get all the videos. I will be doing Crisis episodes. I'll explain how that's going to work. No, you don't have to watch all the TV shows to understand what's going on, but each of the shows will be doing Crisis stuff in every episode the first half of the seasons. Because Crisis is such a big deal, I'll do special giveaways for all the episodes. Let me know in the comments what you want the giveaways to be. Episode 1 is titled Into the Void. They called this trailer Billions just because it's Barry referencing the death of billions of people as he's using Jay Garrick's helmet to see into the future. They're using Jay Garrick's helmet just like Doctor Strange used the Time Stone during Infinity War to see the 1 in 14 million chance of surviving, except Barry hasn't got there yet. He says in the trailer, there's no way we can stop this, except we know that's not true because the whole first half of Season 6 in the crossover episodes is about them stopping Crisis. So everybody press F in the chat for Green Arrow because he's going to take one for the team. But the reason why he's able to use Jay Garrick's helmet to see into the future is because it's laced with Speed Force energy, and the Speed Force exists out of space-time. So when you're inside the Speed Force, you can see the past, present, and future simultaneously. So they're using the helmet as a looking glass to see what's coming, probably after the Monitor shows up and gives Barry the business. I've seen your death. I've seen the death of countless people. We need to do something to stop it. The showrunner explained that the episode picks up about 5 seconds after the end of the Flash Season 5 finale when Barry was listening to Nora's message and the future newspaper starts rolling back in Gideon. He said the Monitor shows up just like he showed up for Oliver in the Arrow finale last year and gives Barry the same type of message and just lets him know that Crisis is happening. So then Barry starts freaking out, and that's probably why he ends up doing this with Jay Garrick's helmet. There are 2 major reasons why Crisis is happening this fall instead of happening April 2024. A story reason within the context of the universe, and then a practical reason in real life. The story reason is because Reverse Flash hacked the timeline, tricking Nora into changing the past, Marty McFlying herself out of existence. Don't worry, a new upgraded version of Nora is probably going to come back when they maybe create a new timeline as they're trying to avoid Crisis on Infinite Earths. All the paths that they take lead to a different future, so in that future, maybe she comes back, hopefully with her twin brother from the comics. The practical reason why they're doing Crisis this year and not in 2024 is because originally when they did that Crisis newspaper in the Flash pilot, they didn't know how many Arrowverse shows that there would be eventually and how big the crossovers would get and how many seasons all the shows would run. Originally, Crisis would have happened during the Flash Season 10 finale, but because some of the shows are ending early, Arrow particularly, they don't want to make us, the audience, wait another 4 years to get to their biggest thing. So they're trying to strike while the iron is hot. But Barry hooks himself into that special device, Jay Garrick's helmet, glimpses the future where the particle accelerator explodes again and seems like an even bigger explosion than the previous 2 to 3 times that it's blown up. No joke, they've detonated the particle accelerator on Earth-1 at least 2 to 3 times in the last couple of seasons. But here's probably the biggest Easter egg surprise in the trailer. You guys may have noticed this. The person clipping Barry into that Jay Garrick helmet, if you look at the sleeve here, is actually a version of his mother. Not his original mom from Earth-1, she's still dead in the past. This version looks like she's either Jay Garrick's wife, Joan, from Earth-3, and that's where Barry went to get Jay Garrick's helmet from because they don't have a version of that on Earth-1. We've never met his wife, but because relationships tend to carry over in funny ways to other versions of the characters, Barry's dad married a woman that looks like this. Jay Garrick is an alternate Earth version of Barry's dad. He also married a woman that looks like this. She's wearing a lab coat here over the patterned shirt, but you can see the sleeve matches the pattern on the shirt here when she's coming out of the shadows. Maybe she's a scientist of some kind on Earth-3 that worked on Jay Garrick's Team Flash, but the last time we saw him was after they stopped the Speed Force bomb, and he seemingly lost most of his Speed Force abilities. He said he would go off and train a new female speedster to replace him on Earth-3, but we don't know who that is yet, so we might meet that person this year sometime. This seems like Killer Frost cooling down a keyboard for some reason, not really clear why. That looks like Cisco sitting behind her on the bench. He's going to be the man in the chair, at least for the first half of the season. Anything can happen during Crisis, but Cisco seems like he's not leaving the show. So if he gets changed again during Crisis, he'll still be doing Team Flash stuff, as far as we know. Most of the Flash main cast are signed through 7 seasons. That's pretty standard CW contract for these superhero shows. Sometimes they'll kill people off early, but for the most part, if they don't decide to leave the show early, it's 7 seasons. You see Barry almost catatonic sitting in the hospital bed inside whatever version of Star Labs this is. Billions of deaths, we can't avoid it. You get your first look at the new Flash suit in action. It's not clear when during the episode Cisco gives this to him, but the basic suit portion is the same. It's the cowl that's gotten the major change. Its fabric fits his head a little bit better. It's a little more flattering. He's got the winged earpieces just like the comics. And the only thing they can do at this point to make it even more comic booky would be to give him the yellow boots and add yellow highlights all over the suit. But I think they're going to use visual effects, Speed Force energy to create those highlights flowing around him when he's running around. The whole first half of the season is all about setting up Crisis through the Bloodwork villain. Into the Void, the title of the episode, is all about death and also stepping into the unknown metaphorically because of what's happening during Crisis. Like, we have this giant catastrophe, so we're entering uncharted territory. But the whole idea of stopping death, like stopping the death of billions, as he mentions during the trailer, is what's going on with the Bloodwork Ramsey Rosa villain. The new version of Harrison Wells, it's not clear what his name is going to be, is also critical to how they set up Crisis on Infinite Earths and his counterpart, who's going to be the Pariah character. I don't know if another version of Harrison Wells will actually be called Pariah, or if he's just filling the Pariah role from the Crisis on Infinite Earths comics. But get this, the title of episode 2, they already revealed, is A Flash of the Lightning, and that is the title of the comic book issue where the Flash died during Crisis on Infinite Earths, sacrificing himself to destroy the Anti-Monitor's giant space gun, which he was using to try and destroy the Earth. Pretty easy prediction to make that the Flash is not going to die during episode 2, but it'll have something to do with his eventual impending death as he thinks it, because Oliver has not made the sacrifice, the trade, for Barry's life yet. So at this point, it's still Flash vanishes during Crisis, seemingly dying. So he'll have to deal with that every single episode leading up to the Crisis. Oliver making that bargain with the Anti-Monitor is probably going to have something to do with Barry surviving to see the back half of the season and whatever future seasons they decide to do in the show. All the shows are crossing over. There's 6 shows in 5 episodes. The 6th show is Black Lightning. There will be no Black Lightning episode of the crossover, but some of the Black Lightning characters will show up during the crossover. We've got Kevin Conroy playing a version of older Batman from Batman Beyond. It's not clear exactly what his role is going to be. We also have Burt Ward from the 1966 Batman TV show, who's going to be playing a character during the crossover. I'm hoping he's playing an older version of Dick Grayson Robin.
If you can't trust Santa, whom can you trust? We can't tell you here, Mr. Claus, but we'll telephone you at the North Pole on the bat phone.
There will be trailers before episode 1 drops, and what's going to happen is there's going to be so much stuff happening in October, November, and December, so many huge shows that I'll try to update everyone on what the video schedule is going to be. As long as you have alerts enabled for my channel, you should see all the videos when I post them. Just a reminder that Arrow Season 8 final season episodes will be airing back to back with Flash episodes, but Arrow Episode 1 won't air till the week after Flash Episode 1, so it'll be Flash Episode 2 Tuesday night, then right after it, Arrow Episode 1, and the episodes will air like that for the rest of the season. Everybody, post your reactions in the comments below. Let me know if you spotted any Easter eggs that I didn't mention in the video with the new footage, and if there's any special Flash or Crisis on Infinite Earths bonus videos you guys want me to do, just let me know in the comments. While you wait for everything, click here for my non-spoilery Joker movie review, and click here for that brand new Rick and Morty Season 4 teaser trailer. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody stay awesome. I'll see you guys tonight.